Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of the Football Manager Liverpool updates. And we have something very new and actually different. Possibly something I wasn't expecting to see when I started this save like many months ago. Um, and Tottenham have won the league. It's not because Tottenham are a bad team, it's just because, we've had the dominance of United, Arsenal, City, maybe ourselves even. But Tottenham have finally lived up to all expectations, because over the last, I think about 10 years or so, ever since they've been taken over, I mean, if you look at just Tottenham very quickly, they've been taken over, as I've mentioned many times before. Sorry, staff that it should be. As you can see, all Iranian. Also, we've got a few directors and stuff who are English, but it's mostly all Iranian. Obviously, these are all fictional. Um, and yeah, basically they are now champions, Tottenham. I'll show you the league in a moment, but a lot of people have been asking for who are the other managers now. Something happens with other managers; they basically rotate a lot. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. We've got Marcelino here, who I think, if is anyone, I'm trying to think where he is at the moment. It's got his bibliography here. So he's the league winner at Tottenham. 2011, Recreativo maybe, or Racing Santander? No, Sevilla. Ah, he's at Sevilla. There you go. Yeah, looks like it. Yep, looks like Sevilla. I think he's the current manager of Sevilla. Could be wrong there. But yeah, there you go. So he's the manager of Tottenham. But if we look also at the backroom staff here, it also gives a few things away here. Rio Ferdinand is the assistant manager. Jonathan Spector, which is a bit of a weird one, is a coach. Kevin Molliker, who was at me for a while actually. Yeah, he was a youth coach until City snubbed him. Stole him rather, I should say, because that's what they do. Teams just steal your bloody backroom staff on this. And then he went to Tottenham. So yeah, he was at me for a bit. They've also stole, well, he didn't stole actually. Once he retired, he got picked up by Tottenham as a youth coach here. Sam Cuillet. Choluko stayed. Danny Murphy, is that the Danny Murphy? No, okay. Goodness, I was like, what? That can't be right. That can't be the Liverpool Danny Murphy. It's turned into a physio. Um, and yeah, Berra and Choluka, Cuillet, and Ferdinand. So that's a decent backroom staff. So yeah, Tottenham are the winners, and as you can see, they won it by with 94 points. They conceded 4 less than us, but we scored 10 more. As you can see, we came second again, so it's not that bad. But I think there's two reasons I think why Tottenham won this time. Them being really good. I'm not going to take anything away from Tottenham. Their team is absolutely amazing. If we just sort of look at the stats here, as you can see, Knight for Chelsea, but then you've got Coolin again, who's this sick Dutch wonder kid. He's amazing, who I've mentioned before. Very, very good player. And he was the main reason why they won. But also it was well, we drew too many times, put it that way. Maybe one or two more times than we should have done. But also, I think squad management is now finally catching up to me here. If I just show this, we talked about last time. We talked about Cipriani and Lopez, and obviously I've sent out a lot of other players. But squad management now is finally, turning its ugly head, and I just had too many players in this team. I think now that the main problem with this is there's nothing I can do. I may have mentioned it last time. Jerry Moore will be leaving, unfortunately. I can obviously offer him a new contract here, but he is not having it. He will be leaving upon the expiry date. And there is absolutely nothing I can do to keep him, and he has been absolutely incredible. If I just show you him, I'll say that's not incredible. He's got 32 goals overall this season. I don't know if I think that includes non-competitive or not, but no, he got so pissy about not being able to play. I mean, I literally dropped him occasionally, but oops, that's wrong on the screen. I didn't. I mean, okay, yeah, I played him a little bit, but I didn't play him a lot. Okay, yeah, I probably could have played him a bit more. I'll be honest, but the same goes for Fierro, who I'm not too disappointed now. He is 33. And again, he wants first team football. I think, in my opinion, on this game, they do too quickly demand first team football. they get too they cry too much too quickly. And I think I'd like to see that addressed for FM13. They just moan too much. I know I can't say much. I moan a lot as well, but I don't know why I made that sound there. But it's a fair point. I think right at the start of the season as well. It was like there was 5 games. We had 5 opening games. Moore played 3, and the sub appearance was 1. That wasn't good enough for him. He still wanted the private chat and say, "Why am I not having so many games? Why am I not playing more games?" And I was pretty annoyed with him. Goetz still had a decent season as well. In fact, you know what? Actually, it'd be quicker if we just did this. As you can see, Fredinho was at the top of his game again with 35 goals more. With 32. Sadler hit the 20 mark this time. Hastley with a decent 10 as well. He's coming on good. Goetz, I think did he get injured actually? Let me just make sure. I can't even remember. This was quite a while ago actually. No, he didn't. He has not been injured for quite some time. Trying to think. No, he hasn't. Okay, just making sure there. Yeah, so he may be declining. I think he's on the decline as footballer. He also had some good intentions through here from Jason Maloney, another good, he's not a wonder kid as such, but he has good potential. Considering our youth facilities aren't that great, I'll show you that in a minute. As non-competitively, he's looked decent. He's a midfielder, but he's also a striker, very versatile. And I'm going to try and convert him into a midfielder. Just a centre mid. I think obviously he's attacking centre mid currently. As you can see, he can play MC, but I think I've actually got him as on individual training. A lot of people ask me how you do that. How do you change, a person's position? What you do is just go on you literally go to the player's profile, go to training tab, and new position, and you can set it for anywhere. You can try and turn someone into a libero, which I've heard Chris talk about many times. Oh, not many times. He tried to do it with San Marino. Remember he banged on about that a while, and it was really difficult. I wouldn't ever advise trying to turn someone into a sweeper unless they are exceptionally good. I don't know I wouldn't even begin to say what attributes they'd need. I think I tried to turn the next Franco Baresi, who was the master of that, into a sweeper, and it just didn't even work out there. So I'm going to try and, as you can see, currently converting him into a new position, midfield centre, and that's what we're doing. So on to the I'll show you the fixtures and I'll show you more details. So if we just head back here to February, now this is where we were still chasing Tottenham at this point when we beat them, and I thought this time I've got you, son of a bitches, because they were really getting away. Fredinho's great start for us. Rainey equalised for them, and then Sadler had pretty much pulled one back straight away and put us back in the lead and finished off in the 87th minute. So that was a really good start. We played Marseille, we went to France, and we won 3-0 very nicely. And it's Fredinho yet again with shit penalties. I can't believe how many penalties. I want to know how many penalties he's missed in his career for us. I'm pretty sure he's missed more than he scored. And the assistant managers and the coaches still hark on the fact that he is the best penalty taker. I really am not seeing it, but there you go. More Fredinho and Goetz as a triple there for them. We beat Southampton in the FA Cup 5th round. Garfanini, who may be leaving, I think he might be the one to cut, because as I mentioned, there was a lot of poor squad management. I will take the blame for this because of the complete dysfunction of the squad. Everyone was getting wound up. I was like, so and so wants first team football, next day it'll be another person, and so on and so forth. And it was just like, I can't deal with this, so I'm going to cut the squad. I'm not going to gut it, but I'm going to cut a squad. I'm going to do a lot of cutting and changing, not like to a greater extent, so it's going to be a completely different squad, not what Liverpool do in real life every bloody season, to absolutely no avail ever. But that's where we are. So it was finished in 8-1 on aggregate against Marseille, so that was good. We then played Man United and shock defeat. I can't quite remember. I think it was just I think this was the one to me. Matteo, so he's kind of fallen out of his depth recently. He had a great start. Look at his attributes. Look at them. It's all really light blue. They light up brilliantly, but he's sort of slacked. He's really slacked recently, and I don't know. He's not really been the great player he could be at the moment. So I'm gonna have to have a word with him. Goetz also really didn't turn up. He's the type of player you want in these big games, I suppose. Um, and we played Man City in the FA Cup, and it was a comfortable 4-1 win, really. Just kind of, I mean, Cipriani really was good in this game. Gaffanini was also really good. But I mean, this guy who usually always causes me problems, Charles Agaga, I think his name. He was really poor. I remember him actually sparing an open goal pretty much in this one that stuck out straight away. This Babato as well. He's a good little player. He's scored against me I think once or twice. Beat Chelsea at the Bridge 2-1. It was Guy. It was pretty much like in this whole year. It was people with strikers with a goal. I know we just hit back straight away, so not too much problems there. Now we played City here in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Simon Moore, we took a batter in here, but I think it was Rafael Ramirez, probably his best performance. He was absolutely outstanding in this game. He just made save after save after save. It wasn't as if Thomason and Sakala were bad. He was just absolutely outstanding. Simon Moore. He's like Dirk Kuyt. He's a man for a big occasion, Simon Moore. He's not that great, and he's terrible in the smaller games. But when the big occasion comes, he's fantastic most of the time. And then we had the away goal, and Moore put us at 1-0, and it was 2-0 at this point, and it was like, okay, we're going to go through to the final again. Then they hit back, and it was like, okay, I should, and I don't know, I can't quite remember what happened here. It was. I mean, again, Goetz was poor, but I really had no explanation of this. I tried to tee them up for the second half. It was basically quite a nervous first half for both teams. And we were both about even. But they would just had the better second half, and ultimately that proved it. It was 2-2. They got 2 away goals as opposed to obviously us getting 1. And yeah, they went on to, I think, actually win the Champions League. Let's just have a look. Yep, holders Manchester City, as you can see. They actually went on to win it. So no Champions League for us there, and no Premier League. So and no League Cup either, I don't think. Let's have a look. Did we get knocked? When did we get? Yeah, we got knocked out by. Oh God, yeah, the Preston game. Jesus. So that was disappointing. We just didn't turn up in that second half, though. I mean, we were shockingly bad. One thing I never talked about, of course, as well here is the FA Cup semi-final. This was a great game. Charlton really impressed me in this. It pissed me the fuck off. But 0-0 at half-time, as you can see. Then a guy called Martin Marrow put them in front, 57th minute. And I thought, we're getting knocked out here. We are getting knocked out. Then Christian Hasley came on and got the equaliser. And then a few minutes later, Ryan Bergen got what I thought was the winner in the 88th minute. And then on the break, I've got to show you this. This was unbelievable. Bergen, obviously, 88th minute, I'm thinking, okay, they're dead and buried. Championship teams will come out League One. I don't know wherever they are now. I know they've been promoted, but I don't know where they are in the game now. And I thought there was a bit of a breakaway here. This was so lucky. Ed Gibb, of course, the former youngster for me, and he tramped it to him. I was so annoyed. And this was in the 91st minute. I thought, where's this come from? And I was properly annoyed at this point. And I basically did the aggressive team talk, and it worked for once. The aggressive team talks don't usually work, if I'm going to be honest. Never do them. Even if you are pissed off, don't do them, because they don't work after that. As a team, they can sometimes work. They do work, as you can see there. We went on and scored the 3 goals and killed the game off completely. Never recommend doing them, though, to individual players. Especially not on a consistent basis, because they're just going to be downed and pressured. No matter how pissed off you are, and trust me, I know you will get pissed off with this game. It is a natural thing to do. Just don't be aggressive. Be assertive. Just don't be aggressive. You can do it very, very occasionally, but don't do it all the time. This 1-1 draw against Everton really was the killer, to be honest, and Tottenham kind of got away from us at this point. But we played Blackburn Rovers yet again in the FA Cup final. It's like the 3rd time we've played them in the FA Cup final and we won. So we do have another FA Cup to win. Let's hope that's an omen. I think this may actually be going out on Cup final day, possibly. I don't know. Let's hope not. I don't think I will upload it on Cup final day, so let's hope we win. And yeah, we kind of had a share into the season. It was 0-0. The last game of the season, we were just poor, to be honest. Again, Goetz, he's on the decline, he really is. Moore didn't really have a great game either, but I think he was on holiday at this point. And we got beat by Man City. I think I holidayed this because I just couldn't be asked, to be honest. It was like nothing to play for. Um, and yeah, I think that was Steven Gerrard put our shit team, to be honest. He did shit tactics. So um, yeah, there you go. That is basically it. We got any like, let's see. All right, but who was? Let's go over some of these. I mean, you kind of get, with Rafael Ramirez, he's always in the top three of the Golden Glove. That's just to point out. I mean, he won it last year. You can just point out that he won it last year. Reina's, constantly won it. De Gea won it 3 years in a row. Wow. Reina there, another one for Reina. So he is good, Ramirez. I just want to point out this because I uploaded that one video where of him basically grabbing the ball and falling over the line. Didn't quite get that one. I wonder if I can show you this. I actually never showed you this. Mario Götze got the goal of the season from about 2 seasons ago, and actually I think it saved them here. I just want to show you this because I never showed you it, and it's genuinely fantastic goal. I'm sorry if that just blinded you. And unfortunately, I can't actually speed this up. I don't know why. Look at the match speed. I don't know, but watch this. Bang. He's now retired. He's not in the game anymore, but I just wanted to show you that. It's probably one of the best goals they've had on this game. So there you go. Steven Gerrard's got the second place in the opening season. Salman Rondon got the third. And yeah, where else have we got? Players Player of the Year. We always have a good one in that. Everton won that. Sadler's won it in previous years. Ferretti won it there. He's also won it. Sadler's won it twice. Goetz won it in 2020. Goetze won it in 2017. Suarez won it in 2013. So there's a lot of Fredinho was there third. We're always in and around top three. It's always Goetz, Fredinho, Sadler, or someone. I think Guyan's been in there once or twice. So there's a lot of good potential in this team. It's just I need to cut it now. It's like just look at the age as well. I mean, a lot of people have pointed out. There is an aging squad, so I am slowly sort of bringing in players. And we've got Gola here, who is 16. Lopez, who's only played a few times. One thing he has, though, I think I've mentioned previously, his free kick taking is 20. I've seen it. He scored a few in the reserves. He's very, very good. He's a good little set piece player, this Lopez, so he should be good. Maloney's only 18. Schwartz, hopefully, I'm not too sure on him at the moment, but we'll have to see. Novello's only 22. Alonso and Matei Massari, all young. Kipriano's young. Shimpy and Shug, that's difficult to say. They're really young. Hasley, Bergen, Valencia, Guyan, Langevel's pretty young, he's only 27. Sadler's still going there, probably going to be my next captain after Goetz if he leaves or whatever. So, yeah, that is that. So, it's a bit of an underwhelming season, to be honest. Not the best overall. And yeah, so unfortunately no title, but we did get a FA Cup. So thanks for watching, lads, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.